Hello everyone, I welcome you all in this lecture and here I am going to talk about some biochemical aspects of arsenic element. Arsenic is one of the most toxic elements that exists in the natural environment. It contaminates the air, water, soil and from there it may enters into the living organisms. In the living organisms, it produces its toxic effects due to its high concentration and it produces deleterious effects in the biochemical reactions that are going inside the living systems. So let's discuss its toxic effects on the living organisms in detail. Arsenic induced oxidative stress. When living organisms get exposed to high concentration of arsenic, then that element produce oxidative stress in the living organisms. Actually, that element is highly toxic in nature and it can cause cancer in the living organisms. It can cause many types of cancer that we will discuss later on. Now, there are several mechanisms by which that element causes cancer, and one of such mechanism is the induction of oxidative stress. That means the increase in the number of oxidative species, and these oxidative species are termed as reactive oxygen species because these species contains oxygen element, and these are highly reactive because they contains unpaired electrons and they have a tendency to react with the other elements, and so these are highly reactive oxygen species, and these are produced in response to the arsenic element intracellularly, that is inside the cell. And some of the examples of these reactive oxygen species are superoxide ion, hydrogen peroxide, peroxyl radical, singlet oxygen. These all are the reactive oxygen species. एंड अगर हम लोग बात करते हैं इन रिएक्टिव ऑक्सीजन स्पीशीज की, तो लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स में नॉर्मल एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन में भी ये रिएक्टिव ऑक्सीजन स्पीशीज जो है बनती हैं, एंड these are highly dangerous species because they can destruct the different biomolecules that are present inside the cell. These can damage the DNA, protein, carbohydrates and all that, and besides that they can cause many epigenetic changes, and also they can disrupt the signaling pathways that are going on inside the cell. So to protect itself from the damaging effect of these reactive oxygen species, there is present antioxidant mechanisms in the cells, and these antioxidant mechanisms help the cells to protect itself from these reactive oxygen species. And under these antioxidant systems, enzymes are produced, and enzymes are like superoxide dismutase, peroxidase, catalase, glutathione, peroxidase and all that. Besides that, other compounds like vitamin C, E, beta carotene, these are also a kind of antioxidants, and these normally protect the cells from these reactive oxygen species. But when the cell get exposed to high concentration of arsenic, then the concentration of these reactive oxygen species becomes very large, and besides that arsenic also inhibits these antioxidant systems, and therefore these systems also cannot protect the cell from these reactive oxygen species, and ultimately these reactive oxygen species damage the cell. They leads to many deleterious effects in the cell. That is, they can alter the they leads to the alteration of signaling pathways, epigenetic modifications, and may also produce direct oxidative damage to the molecules like DNA, protein, etc. in the cell. Thus, arsenic is highly carcinogenic in nature. It produces reactive oxygen species, and these reactive oxygen species damage the various biomolecules that are present in the cell, alter the signaling pathways that are going on inside the cell, and also causes the epigenetic changes in the DNA. Now let's discuss the effects of reactive oxygen species in detail. Now first one effect is these reactive oxygen species produce genotoxic effects in the living organisms. When plants, animals or human beings get exposed to high concentration of arsenic, arsenic leads to the generation of reactive oxygen species, and reactive oxygen species produce genotoxic effects. Genotoxic effects means these disrupt the genes or the DNA. These mutates the DNA, produce deletion mutations, form apyrimidinic sites, apurinic sites, produce several kinds of chromosomal abnormalities like numerical changes, aneuploidy, may also leads to the formation of micronuclei, sister chromatid exchange may takes place, and besides that it also affects the cross linking of DNA with the proteins. Thus reactive oxygen species produce damaging effects or deleterious effects in the DNA, and due to these effects cancer may takes place. Now, when DNA get damaged due to the reactive oxygen species, then in the cell, DNA repair systems like nucleotide excision repair, base excision repair becomes operative. But in these repair mechanisms, the enzymes which are involved are also inhibited by reactive oxygen species. Thus, these repair mechanisms cannot correct the changes that have been taken place in the DNA. So, DNA remains damaged and ultimately leads to the cancer. Now, one more thing, that arsenic is carcinogenic in nature, genotoxic in nature, and it's that these properties of arsenic also enhance or intensifies in the presence of other DNA damaging carcinogens such as chemical carcinogens, UV radiations, etc. Thus, in the presence of these carcinogens, arsenic's carcinogenicity also increases. As arsenic is highly toxic and carcinogenic in nature, it causes several types of human cancers, out of which most common type of cancers that are associated with arsenic toxicity are lung cancer, bladder cancer, and skin cancer. Human bladder has been found that it can store high concentration of toxic arsenic metabolites like monomethyl arsenous acid and dimethyl arsenous acid. And due to that, we can say that human bladder generally affected by that arsenic toxicity and can lead to bladder cancer. Skin can also store high amount of arsenic compounds due to the high keratin content in the skin, and thus it can lead to skin cancer. Thus these all are the effects that arsenic generates in the DNA by the reactive oxygen species. Now, besides that, reactive oxygen species can affect the endoplasmic reticulum and increases the amount of unfolded protein response signals, and this leads ultimately to inflammation, cell proliferation, and ultimately can lead to cell death. Reactive oxygen species can also cause cell death by disturbing the cytoskeleton rearrangements in the cell, which ultimately affects the contractile proteins. Now, arsenic element is highly toxic in nature. It generates reactive oxygen species in the cell. These reactive oxygen species are highly damaging. These species damage the biomolecules in the cell and also affect the various reactions that are going on inside the cell. Now, these reactive oxygen species, like superoxide ions, can also react with nitric oxide and can lead to the formation of reactive nitrogen species. Here is an example. When superoxide ion reacts with nitric oxide, it leads to the formation of reactive nitrogen species named peroxynitride. This is also very damaging and it damages the DNA. Thus, reactive nitrogen species intensifies the damaging effect of reactive oxygen species in the cell. Now, one more damaging effect of reactive oxygen species are nitric oxide is very much essential in the cell. It is present in the normal metabolism of the cell, growth, division, and death also. So when nitric oxide gets consumed by the reaction with superoxide ions for the generation of reactive nitrogen species in response to high concentration of arsenic, then the concentration of nitric oxide becomes less in the cell. So in the cell, the enzyme nitric oxide synthase uh, becomes active and it tries to synthesize more and more nitric oxide because nitric oxide is required for the metabolism, growth, division of the cell and all that. But arsenic inhibits the nitric oxide synthase enzyme also. Here is a compound monomethylated arsenic, that is a trivalent arsenic compound that inhibits the nitric oxide synthase activity and thus inhibit the synthesis of nitric oxide in the cell. In this way also these reactive oxygen species shows their damaging effect in the cell. Inhibition of ATP synthesis by arsenic. Arsenic inhibits the ATP synthesis in the cells. In the cells, the pathways that involved in the ATP synthesis are glycolysis, citric acid cycle, and in some of the microorganisms, or especially in the gram-negative microorganisms, there is present ED pathway. And these all pathways generally involved in the synthesis of cellular energy in the form of ATP. But it has been found that arsenic is very toxic and it adversely affects these pathways and thus also inhibits the substrate level as well as oxidative phosphorylation process of ATP synthesis. Pentavalent arsenic, that means arsenate, that can form ester with glucose and can form glucose 6 arsenate. And similarly, that arsenate can also form ester with gluconate and can form 6 arsenogluconate. And these compounds, that is glucose 6 arsenate and 6 arsenogluconate, these are the analogues of glucose 6 phosphate and 6 phosphogluconate. When we see the ED pathway, in the ED pathway, glucose 6 phosphate acts as a substrate for the enzyme glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase and then it leads to the formation of 6 phosphogluconate. But here glucose 6 arsenate being an analog of glucose 6 phosphate, it acts as a substrate for the enzyme that is glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase and thus inhibits the synthesis of 6-phosphogluconate and thus halt the process of ED pathway. Besides that, in the case of glycolysis, it inhibits the activity of hexokinase, that is glucose 6-arsenate acts as analog of glucose 6-phosphate, and it acts as an inhibitor of hexokinase and prevents the synthesis of ATP by substrate level phosphorylation in the glycolysis process. In this way, it halts the synthesis of ATP in the glycolysis. Arsenate can also replace phosphate in the energy transfer phosphorylation reactions and can result in the formation of adenosine diphosphate arsenate instead of synthesizing adenosine triphosphate. ATP or adenosine triphosphate, that is highly stable molecule, but ADP arsenate is unstable and it undergoes rapid non-enzymatic hydrolysis. ADP arsenate, it acts as a substrate for hexokinase in the first step of glycolysis, and that results in the formation of glucose 6 arsenate instead of synthesizing glucose 6 phosphate. Thus it inhibits the ATP generation in the process of glycolysis. Now the one more mechanism by which that arsenic element exerts its toxicity is that pentavalent arsenic or arsenate has a tendency to form an unstable anhydride with D-glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. That D-glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is one of the intermediate in the glycolytic pathway. When arsenate forms anhydride with it, that anhydride is 1-arsenato-3-phospho-D-glycerate, and that anhydride is highly unstable compound because of the presence of a long length bond between arsenic and oxygen as compared to the phosphorus the bond between phosphorus and oxygen, and due to that longer bond length and weaker bond, it readily hydrolyzes and thus halt the process of glycolysis or the synthesis of ATP by the process of glycolysis. Inhibition of enzymes. Arsenic also inhibits the activity of certain enzymes. Now, activity of enzymes is generally inhibited by trivalent arsenic metabolites called arsenides. These arsenides have a tendency to bind with the sulfhydryl or sulfur containing compounds. Here are some of the examples like glutathione, amino acid cysteine. These are having sulfur, and so arsenide can combine with these, and due to that combining, that restricts the various metabolic pathways in which these sulfur containing compounds have been involved. Example is like pyruvate dehydrogenase. This enzyme is mainly inhibited by monomethyl arsenous acid because that monomethyl arsenous acid targets the thiol group of its cofactor lipoic acid, and in this way it inactivates the pyruvate dehydrogenase enzyme. And as we know that pyruvate dehydrogenase is a precursor of acetyl-CoA, and therefore the inhibition of pyruvate dehydrogenase limits the production of ATP in the electron transport chain as well as the production of gluconeogenesis intermediates. Now the effect of arsenic on the immune system. exposure to toxic level of arsenic in small children distorts the ratio between the T helper cells, that is CD4 cells, to the cytotoxic T cells, that is CD8 cells, and that leads to the immunodepression in the children. Arsenic also increases the inflammatory molecules which are released by macrophages, and due to the presence of these excessive inflammatory molecules, that results in the chronic state of inflammation, and that may ultimately leads to the development of cancer. Arsenic induced apoptosis. Is also known as programmed cell death, and cell under certain physiological or pathological conditions undergoes self destruction or self death, that is the process of apoptosis. Arsenic has a tendency to bind with the enzymes or molecules having sulfhydryl group, and glutathione is the molecule having sulfhydryl group. Therefore, arsenic binds with the glutathione, and that leads to the accumulation of more and more reactive oxygen species in the cells. And due to this accumulation, that activates the caspases, and caspases are the proteases which are involved in the apoptosis. Thus, the binding of arsenic with the glutathione stimulates the activity of these proteases, and in turn the process of programmed cell death. Besides that, arsenic trioxide also induces the early collapse of mitochondrial membrane, and when mitochondrial membrane collapse or destructs, that release the cytochrome C, and that also leads the activation of caspases or proteases that are involved in apoptosis, and thus stimulate the apoptosis. In this way, arsenic produce toxic effects and leads to the death of the cells. Thank you.